Family Guy, Season 2, Episode 13 review, and it is the famous Road to Rhode Island episode. And, honestly, I have to say, this has always been one of my favorite episodes of Family Guy. And it starts right off the bat with the opening credits, which has, like, this really good music. And all these like different pictures of Stewie and Brian in all these different locations, and it's just a great way to start off the episode. And the episode only gets better from here. What can I say? It's Road to Rhode Island. So there are two story plots that are happening in this episode. One is a Peter and Lois side plot or subplot about them watching relationship counseling videos, communication and videos, and they're actually not really communication videos. They're basically pornos. And I thought this was well handled. It's pretty good. It's hilarious. And it adds to the episode instead of subtracting from it. If this was just a normal episode of Family Guy, this would be a pretty good story and plot for an entire episode all on its own. But of course, it isn't on its own. And as good as I found this, there is a superior plot. And you all know what that is. So Brian in this episode, during his therapy sessions, brings up the topic of his mother, who he feels abandoned by. And there's some abandonment issues there, obviously, because he feels abandoned by her. And so, when the opportunity to get away and spend some time away and clear his head or whatever comes, in the form of Stewie being at his grandparents and needing somebody to bring him back on a plane, Brian volunteers. They end up missing that plane, and hilarity ensues as they try to find a way back to Quahog. And on the way back, while they're on this truck, Brian realizes, wait a minute, we're near where I was born. It's time I go back and confront my mother. And that doesn't exactly go well because his mother is dead. The farmers, of course, on the farm that he was born on, basically say, oh, she didn't abandon you. She gave you up so that you could have a happier life. You don't see that kind of messaging a lot anymore, and I kind of like it. I just like this Stewie and Brian plot in general for multiple reasons. One, the jokes in this during their story parts are hilarious. This entire episode is hilarious. It's some of the best jokes I've seen in Family Guy so far since starting the rewatch, and there is some emotional beat with Brian and his mother. Oh, man. And I've always loved the Brian and Stewie relationship and how they play off each other, which is why this is one of my favorite episodes, because Brian and Stewie are great in this episode. And I can see why they get paired up a lot after this episode. Which comes to their best pairing, the song. The Off to Rhode Island song. The lyrics are hilarious. The vocal delivery is perfect. It's smooth. And catchy. The actual instrumental parts are just catchy as hell. In other words, this is when Family Guy songs, in my opinion, got great. There's just nothing to dislike about this song. There's plenty of jokes in there, references to like Fox and like Please Don't Cancel Us. It's just Family Guy at its best. And so ends my review. Obviously, I love this episode, and obviously, I highly recommend it. I don't know anyone who is a fan of Family Guy that wouldn't recommend that, yeah, you should watch this episode. So, thanks for watching this video. When you do, subscribe if you want. Don't forget to give yourselves a big thumbs up. Goodbye, everybody.